Bruno Fernandes accused of disrespect to Manchester United teammates with captaincy trait. Fernandez has been told by former Man United striker Andy Cole he is not being a team player when he gesticulates at his teammates. Former Manchester United striker Andy Cole believes Bruno Fernandes is being disrespectful to his teammates when he throws his arms in frustration while wearing the armband during matches. Cole described the playmaker's captaincy style as different and says he understands his mentality given that times have moved on. Fernandez has been critiqued for his gesticulative manner when games are going against United. He took further heat for putting an arm towards an official when skippering the side in last season's 7-0 defeat to Liverpool and for his aggressive tackles towards the end of the 3-0 defeat to Manchester City last month. Fernandez took on the captaincy from Harry Maguire over the summer, having often been bestowed the honor when Maguire was benched for the majority of last term. Many agreed Fernandez was the correct choice for the role at the time, although some have questioned Erik ten Hag's decision since. Roy Keane said he would have stripped the Portugal star of the captaincy after the Derby defeat, while Gary Neville suggested the midfielder may be best giving up the role at the end of the season. However, there has been concern over a lack of alternative skipper options at the club, with Cole being one of those uneasy with the current situation. He unpacked his thought about Fernandez as captain when recently speaking to Betfred. "First and foremost, captains now are different to captains in my day and they lead in a different way," Cole said. "If you look at all the captains in the Premier League currently, how many of them share characteristics with captains from 10 or 20 years ago? Not many do. There's talk about Bruno Fernandes not being the right choice for captain, but if you look around the Manchester United dressing room currently, then who else would you give the captaincy to instead? There's not 4 or 5 standout contenders. When I was at the club, you could have possibly given the captaincy to Yap, Stam, Dennis, Irwin, Peter, Schmeichel, Giggsy, Ryan Giggs, or Scholesy, Paul Scholes. There were so many options back then, but nowadays, players are different and lead in a different way." Commenting on Fernandez' style of captaincy, Cole said he can come across as having a lack of respect for his colleagues at times. He added, "Bruno leads in a different way and I understand it. I can also understand that people don't want to see a captain waving his arms about in frustration, which I personally believe is disrespectful to his teammates, but at this moment in time, he's the man and he will captain the side in a way which he believes is beneficial to himself and his teammates." Andy Cole advises Sir Alex Ferguson to offer guidance to key figure at Man United. Andy Cole thinks that Sir Jim Ratcliffe would be right to talk to Alex Ferguson about changes at Manchester United. Cole played under Ferguson and won the treble in 1999, and enjoyed plenty of success after his move from Newcastle United. Ferguson stayed at the helm at Old Trafford until 2013, adding more domestic trophies and another Champions League in the process. Since then the Glazers have struggled to properly replace the retired Scot, and have cycled through several managers who have all failed to match anywhere near the success that Ferguson enjoyed. The Glazer family have taken much of the blame from the fans for the fallow years, and have since welcomed Ratcliffe as a co-owner, with reports suggesting he will overhaul the football side of the business in the pursuit of more success. Speaking to Betfred, Cole said that it would make sense for the businessman to consult with Ferguson over how to get things back on track. He said, "This is my opinion, but when you look at the examples of Real Madrid and Barcelona, I don't believe a manager should come in and completely change the way a club plays. There needs to be a common identity that represents the history of a football club." Now if Sir Jim Ratcliffe is going to consult Sir Alex and try and get Manchester United playing the way Manchester United should play, then you can understand it because of how successful the club was under the stewardship of Sir Alex Ferguson and Sir Matt Busby, and how they gave the club its identity. Ratcliffe unlocks €60 million double Man United deal for Monaco pair with Betis winger next. France star is Liverpool object of desire. Manchester United are planning a triple €90 million raid to kick off the Sir Jim Ratcliffe era in style. Liverpool are dreaming of signing a French midfielder, while Tottenham are in talks over a Romania star previously linked with Arsenal. Ratcliffe eyes €60 million Monaco duo as first Man UTD signings. New Manchester United investor Sir Jim Ratcliffe has reportedly put the wheels in motion to make a pair of Monaco stars the first arrivals of his reign at Old Trafford. The British billionaire has bought a £1.4 billion stake in the Red Devils, with an official announcement now expected next week after an unexpected delay. But Ratcliffe is already getting to work at Manchester United, and will have a major say on the all transfer ins and outs at Old Trafford, and through the appointment of a newly appointed sporting director. Per widespread reports, current Monaco sporting director Paul Mitchell, who counts Tottenham and RB Leipzig among his former clubs, is the man set to take up the role once Ratcliffe's 25% purchase is ratified. And according to RMC Sport, the 42-year-old plans to bring two of Monaco's best talents with him to Old Trafford. First up, they are close to striking a deal for defensive midfielder Youssouf Fofana for a deal worth around €30 million. The report claims United made a move to sign the 24-year-old over the summer on loan with an option to buy. However, Monaco were not happy with the terms put forward, so rejected that proposal. Now, however, with Mitchell trading clubs, the deal could go through after all, with United now agreeing to foot the asking price up front. PSG and Juventus are also reportedly tracking the 14 times capped France midfielder. However, United are described as being in a strong position to overcome them both, and could wrap up his signing as soon as the window opens for business. Man United also keen on Real Betis winger Hussein Diao, as well as signing Fofana. United are also reportedly set to make it a €60 million, £52.4 million double deal by also finalizing a swoop for Brazilian fullback Van der Sar. The former Grêmio star has proved hugely successful since arriving 2 years ago and recently made his debut for the Brazil national side. United have been strongly linked with him before, though have yet to make a concrete approach. That, however, will now change with a double deal set to be put before the League One title chasers. Monaco, though, do not want to lose both players, and, while Fofana's move could be done immediately, the raid for Van der Sar looks likely to be put on hold until the summer. That won't faze United, though, who arguably have some pressing issues to deal with a replacement for Jadon Sancho also being sought. The England winger will be allowed to move on in January after falling out with Ten Hag. And while United will allow a loan deal, we understand that any deal will need to include a purchase obligation. As for his replacement, reports in Spain claim they have joined Chelsea, Liverpool and Newcastle in the hunt for talented Real Betis winger Hussein Diao. The 18-year-old has 7 goals in 15 appearances across their A and B teams this season and is rated in the €30 million, £26 million bracket.